Hi there. Welcome to week 38 of History and Social Studies. This week we'll continue with the articles, and we are going to be learning about a really cool program called Roots to Shoot. Uh, Most likely you've never heard of that program, but you more than likely have heard about the person who started the program, and her name is Jane Goodall. Jane Goodall is a very famous and important scientist who has spent most of her life studying chimpanzees. Um, for those of us that aren't familiar with that word, it's a type of a monkey. And Jane Goodall was somebody who discovered that chimpanzees and monkeys are very similar to humans. We have very many similar characteristics, and we do many things um, the same. As Jane learned about the chimpanzees and studied the chimpanzees, she also started to pay attention to the environment that these chimpanzees lived in. And what she noticed is that the chimpanzees or the monkeys, they were only able to do what the other things in the environment were capable of doing. So Jane kind of turned her attention from chimpanzees to the people of the areas that these chimpanzees lived in. And what Jane found out was that a lot of these areas that these people were living in were in very bad shape. They didn't have good food sources. They did not have running water. A lot of their villages and towns and communities were being chopped down. So Jane did a lot of her studying in the jungle. So because of that, people were coming in, and we learned about this earlier in the year. It's called deforestation, meaning people were coming in and cutting down trees and just wiping out the jungle. And because of that, not only did the people in these communities not have a place to live, and now all of a sudden the chimpanzees didn't have a place to live. So Jane decided to start this program called Roots to Shoots. And basically what the program is it is teaching everybody throughout the entire world that we need to take better care of what's around us. So you will be reading this article this week. We're going to do it very similarly to what we did last week. So I will be mailing home packets to those of you that are at home. If you come to school, you'll be getting your packet at school. But basically, on Monday, you're going to get onto Teams. After you watch this YouTube video, you will watch a quick video on Jane Goodall and why she chose to start the Roots to Shoots program. On Tuesday, you will have an article to read. You're going to read pages 1 through 8. The next day, on Wednesday, you will read pages, I believe, 10, 11, and 12, and you will have a quick worksheet to do to go along with that. Thursday, you will do our favorite word search. And then on Friday, of course, you will take that quiz. For those of you at home, it is extremely important that you take a picture, set up a Zoom, show me in another Zoom the work that you did so that I know that you have done your assignment for the week. If you're here at school, just make sure you hand it in to me when you're done with it, and that'll take care of that. For those of you at home, you will be receiving an envelope in the mail very soon that has this article in it. Uh, in that envelope, each packet that I gave you will have a day on it. So the article you're to do for Tuesday is labeled Tuesday, Wednesday's article is Wednesday, and of course, Thursday and Friday, those papers will be labeled as well. As you guys get started with the work, please let me know if you have any questions. Uh, Also, keep in mind why we're doing this. Again, we're working on current events, things that are important in our society right now. We've spent a lot of time this year talking about our resources, talking about renewable resources and non renewable resources. And what we need to take away from this article is that if we don't have programs like Roots to Shoots, we're going to continue to use those resources up to the point where they're not going to be around anymore. And then we're going to start to lose things. We could lose entire civilizations of people. We could lose the chimpanzees, the monkeys, other types of animals that live in these areas. So as you read that, please remember that this has been a topic that we have been working on all year. Make sure that you're doing the work, taking the time to get things done. And as always, please use chat if you have any questions.